Hey, good afternoon, or whatever time it is. I am going to do a full face today because I'm actually on my way to take pictures. So I thought it would be a perfect day to show you another full face video, including the eyes, because I didn't post that one. Right now I am just moisturizing. I have on the Yany Soothing Moisturizer with hyaluronic acid, and underneath I have on Youth. It's retinol serum that I have underneath here. So in order to get your makeup flawless, you need to have a nice, clean, and moisturized palettes. So there we are, ready to rock and roll. So today, like normal, I mix foundations. I have 120 and 128. I think they're like 4 and 5, shades 4 and 5. I'm just gonna put a little dot of concealer on this monstrous pimple that decided to show up today. So that is that. I put too much, now it's all over my chin, but you know, it's fine. And that's Yany liquid concealer, so that's what I'm wearing now. And so what I'm going to do, just to go ahead and get this show started, I am going to put a little of this on my hands. This is liquid full coverage. It gives you a dewy look. And then I'm going to put the other color as well. I think I'm running out. So I'm going to put that other color as well. And then I'm going to kind of just mix it on my hand to see if I like the shade. And my mirror is right here, so sometimes I will be looking away, but you should still be able to see me, and I'll come back to you and kind of talk through the process. And so I just mixed that, and I'm just going to go ahead and start. I like to use a blending brush, but feel free to use a foundation brush. And don't worry, your color will look pretty flat when you first apply your foundation, but once you go back and do like shading, like contouring and highlighting, you will bring back the definition and the color to your face. I like to go up to my into my hairline so that I can have a seamless finish. I don't like that just straight line across the top. So I go into my hairline as well as also going underneath my chin. I hate doing under my eyes, but you got to get under there. Okay. So that is my foundation. I'm not going to really do anything too heavy. Just want to make sure it is fully blended. And there you are. You can, this is a buildable full coverage, so you can always go back in, let this set for like a minute, and go back in and do another layer of this to get maximum coverage. I am okay with this coverage as I have it now. So I am going to not apply a second layer. Just want to make sure I'm blended out. But I do want to add a little more of my lighter color only. Because I'm feeling a little orange. Okay. So that is that. Then I'm going to get ready to start my contouring process. This is Yany's concealer stick, and I am going to put a smidgen under my eyes. And you can rectangle this, you can line it, however you want to do it. It's up to you. Then I'm going to go down my nose and a little up my forehead. And a little on my chin. And then just light taps. And you see already I'm getting a little color definition. And then I am going to use, this is not a Yany product, and hopefully it's good. It's just a concealer stick I found on like Amazon. And I'll put a link on it, but I'm going to use this for my contouring. So I'm just going to go around my head. We have powder, but I don't have it with me. So I'm going to use this one. And I'll also link the powder one as well, the Yany powder. So I go around my forehead. I'm going to go from the top here to halfway down my cheek. And then up the side of my nose. You can do the same thing, just pat it out. And you can come in a little bit if you want to. If you have a, you know, a bigger brain and you want to bring that in a little bit, you can. Have cheekbones. Okay, so that is that. I am just going to work on my eyebrows, but before I do, I'm going to put on the Yany setting powder. Mine is broke. Yikes. But I'm going to put this on my face to let it bake while I do the rest of my... So I'm going to just put it across my T-zone. And I will let that sit. Okay, so time for my eyebrows. Yany brow pencil. It has a spoolie on the end and a slanted brow pencil. And so I'm just going to brush these bad boys into some kind of place. And then I like to line, starting like halfway. Line the bottom and I slightly press across the top. And then I come in really gently so it's not too heavy across the rest of my brow. Then I'll do the same thing. And then I'm just gonna fill them in. I like to go the way my hairs grow. And then just a little lighter in the front. And then I like to use a spoolie again and kind of blend it into place. Yep. Okay, and I am going to follow that up with a little concealer. So I'm going to use just this small little eyeshadow brush and use some of our Yany liquid concealer, just a little dab. And then you can just use the rest and go over your eyelid. Okay, so now my brows My brows are done. I happen to not like really perfect things, and so my brows may not be as perfect as you're used to seeing. I like things to look a little more just natural looking, or I guess just for my own taste. So that is my brow. Um, and so now I'm gonna let this sit, and I am going to get the tools ready for my eyes. So now I'm ready for the eyes. This is the Yany 15 shade eyeshadow palette, one of the ones we have. I am going to use this palette for my look today. I have Yany Lash 104. That's my lash. And Yany eye primer. I am going to do that momentarily, but first I'm going to take like a round brush, and I am going to use this darker shade right here, just a little dab. Put it in my cut crease and blend it in. See, just lights. And this palette has mattes and shimmers, which I love. So you can kind of decide if you want to get a little more glam with the shimmer, or you want to keep it neutral with the mattes. So there, and I'm just gonna kind of blend it out to my eyebrow to give it like a seamless look. And a little bit goes a long way. You don't need a lot when it comes to eyeshadow, or you end up looking like a clown sometimes, especially if you don't blend well. So that is my base. And now I'm going to follow up with primer. So I'm going to take this little brush, and that's how the primer is. It's kind of thick. Just rub it and it'll get there. And I'm just going in between where I ended with the first eyeshadow. So primer there. I get the darker tone. Now I'm gonna take this shade. This is a matte shade, and I'm just gonna put it here. The pigment is so good, you don't need a lot. And then I'm gonna blend it out with that. And then I'm gonna take this like copper color, and this one is shimmer, and I'm gonna put it here in the middle. And then finally I'm gonna take this light gold shade and put it on the outside. And then I'm just going to blend in like a circular motion the colors together. And there you go. So pretty. I think I want to darken my crease, so I'm going to take, this is a shade like the darkest shade. I'm going to just take a little bit of that and go through my crease. Yep. So that is that. And then we're going to move on to the lashes. So, you know, I always hear how hard it is to do lashes, like strips, but usually the problem I find is when people have problem with strips is that they don't let the glue get tacky enough. And I made a boo-boo, but don't worry, you should let that dry. If you get mascara on yourself anywhere, let it dry so that it doesn't smudge when you try to take it off. So I'm going to ignore that, and you just ignore that. So I'm just putting a little mascara on my lashes. I was going to use a lash curler because they're all clumped together, but I cannot find my lash curler. But yes, you need to let your glue get tacky. It cannot be like really wet. It's just going to make your process harder. So while my glue is getting tacky, I have a little slant brush. I'm going to take this same color I started with, my base color, and just put a little tiny on my brush and start in the middle of my eye. And do this and bring it into my line so it can be like a seamless look. So let me check on my lashes. They're still a little tacky. I just put the glue on it. So I am going to, this is the Yany dual pen, liner pen, and I'm just gonna put me a light line across the top. And I'm going slow because I'm trying to make it really super thin because I don't want like a dramatic cat eye. Okay. So that is all I want for this look. Nothing super dramatic. The lashes, they've already been trimmed to my eye. I really only need to trim like the access edge. They're pretty good for most eyes. And then I start from the outside and bring it in. And I like to do mine with my hand because it's just easier for me to do. That is that lash, and then and so see, when the glue is tacky, it makes it so much easier to set. And so that is the lash process. I'm going to put eyeliner on in a moment, but before I do that, I'm going to get this setting powder off. So I just get a clean brush and whisk really quickly. So that is set. This is dry, so it'll have to kind of flake off, so you don't have to do your makeup all over. And this is the Yany cheek palette. Mine is broke. I dropped my bag, and so I'm going to use this one in the middle with this little brush, and just take a little, just a little. And I'm going to go over my contour, but under my highlight. So we're about right here. I like to smile. To get it right where I want it. Yes, cheeks, honey, cheeks. And it's kind of a lot more red than I want, so I'm gonna just go through and dust it off a little bit. Blend, blend, blend is your friend. So yeah, there you go. Now I have some color to my cheeks. And so I'm ready to do my lips. I'm going to take this is a Maybelline Color Sensational lip liner. I just put Vaseline on my lips so they're slippery. So I'm just lining my lips. I'm going to bring the liner in a little bit on the sides. And a little bit at the bottom. And then I'm following up with Yany Liquid Matte. I believe this is a Bonita collection. and I just went in between the liner. And this looks shiny now, but this is a matte lipstick, so once it dries, it will dry to a matte finish. Just gonna go back to my eyes. I want the bottom of my eyes to pop a little more, so I'm gonna put on black mascara, and you can put on whatever dark brown, eyeliner. Just try to lightly put it on. Yeah, to give my under eyes a little more color. Or you can also put on mascara. I just don't really have a lot of lashes, and so it just gets everywhere. And then on the end of the Yany eyeliner, there's a smudger for you to just kind of blend your look out. So there you are. I am finished with my face. I am going to finish this. This is Yany's setting spray. And you want to shake it a little bit and hold it back. And give yourself a good spray, and you are ready to take on your day. Tell me what you think about this video. I tried to play it in full for the people who are getting used to the makeup application process. So tell me what you think. Tell me what you like to see from our Yany Glam team. And, subscribe and comment. I'm going to take this bonnet and wrap off my head and get dressed. And then I'll show pictures to follow. Bye.